Hi, this is Morley and this is the M-Wire. So a Black Lives Matter leader has been arrested and he's been charged with a plethora of crimes, including lying to the police. I don't think he's actually been charged with murder yet, but there's a lot of very suspicious things about this case that obviously led the police back to his house. Now, as you can see, there were quite a few drugs found at this fine upstanding gentleman's house when he was arrested. Now, I'll let you draw your own conclusions as to the amounts of the drugs found, whether that constitutes personal use or he's selling to essentially support his life. Now, I just want to touch on something briefly here because not many people know about this, but Black Lives Matter, the organization between 2020 and 2021, has received approximately $10 billion, yes, that's billion with a B, in corporate sponsorships. Now, do they not pay their people in positions of leadership to some degree? I have a reason to suspect that they don't, because with most Marxist entities, like whether it's a government or whatever, generally the people at the top make most of the money and the peons get nothing. I mean, such is the case with this other woman, I forget her name, but you know the one I'm talking about, this one that's going in California and she's just buying up luxury property like it's going out of style. But I don't really see Black Lives Matter, like never mind, paying the people in their organization, like what are they doing with this money? And I'm not talking about having a barbecue, selling hamburgers and hot dogs. I mean, when you have $10 billion, that's not exactly a big ticket endeavor. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are they doing, like, in terms of education funds, in terms of, helping black people maybe buy their first house? I don't see any of that. If you can prove to me that Black Lives Matter is allocating this money to the black community in a meaningful way, please let me know in the box, because I've searched the internet far and wide and I can't find it. But anyway, back to this fine upstanding gentleman here. Black Lives Matter leader arrested after man murdered in his home. Police find 42 ecstasy pills, 2 ounces of pot. Police say Mazen Muhammad Ali lied to police about a murder that happened in his apartment and they discovered the drugs during the arrest. Mazen Muhammad Ali, a 20-year-old Black Lives Matter activist in Iowa who may still lead a local Black Lives Matter affiliate that orchestrated protests last year, was arrested by police after he lied to them about a man who was murdered in his home in February. Police say they discovered 42.5 ecstasy pills and nearly 2 ounces of pot inside the home. Local media reports that the original arrest related to the murder of another man, Quincy Russum, who was murdered inside Muhammad Ali's apartment home. Cassandra Fairbanks reported that for the Gateway Pundit that the police believed that Russum was killed during a suspected robbery, but Muhammad Ali gave false descriptions of the people involved with the killing, lied when questioned by police, and withheld information that would have led police to the murder sooner, and that the criminal complaint against him also says that he deleted his call history and Snapchat app following the shooting. So let's look at the hypocrisy here, shall we? They don't believe in the police, but when there's like a shooting or something like that, well, they feel compelled to call the police that they wish to abolish and defund. Oh, the irony. And granted, it looks extremely suspicious from my standpoint that you go and delete your call history while you're waiting for the police to get there and your Snapchat app. Yeah, that doesn't sound too overly copacetic to me at all. When arresting him, false information, lying, and withholding information, police found 56.13 grams of marijuana inside his closet as well as 42.5 ecstasy pills per KWWL. Muhammad Ali is facing 2 counts of controlled substance violation and failure to affix a drug stamp, as well as 1 count of keeping a drug house. KWWL notes that Muhammad Ali was a leader of an Iowa freedom fighters last year and may be still leading the group. Muhammad Ali was arrested last year after a protest organized by his Black Lives Matter affiliate group turned violent, with police saying that Muhammad Ali violated his probation. Rioters led by Muhammad Ali tore down a $5,000 fence outside the Old Capitol Museum, according to the Gateway Pundit. But one of the charges levied against him were eventually dropped as part of a plea deal in which Muhammad Ali pleaded guilty to a misdemeanor and was sentenced to time served. He was previously on probation for second-degree robbery. What a model citizen this man is. Sounds like everybody should have someone just like this in their community. There's definitely things about this investigation, folks, that definitely don't smell right, and I'm glad the police picked him up. As to whether or not he'll see any time or he's directly involved in this murder, I'll let you draw your own conclusions about that, but this whole thing is extremely fishy, to put it mildly. Thank you for coming along with me to my video. Please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and God bless.